Second question is from
No, second part of the
second part of the same question.
Same part of
The same question.
Yes. Huzur were brought up in a very special house, the Muslim Maud's house. So could you please tell us how did your father deal with you in your childhood? What were the matters that he gave priority to? What were the most important things that he stressed upon you?
This question. The great priority, I remember, was that of saying prayer by Jamaat in the mosque. Sometimes some children forgot or something what happened, Allah knows, they didn't go. And when they were caught, they were bodily punished by Hazrat Muslim Maud. While bodily punishment was forbidden by him in the schools. But the only time I have seen him punishing children bodily is when they failed to go to the mosque for prayer. And I remember once that when he was bodily punishing some of our brothers, one of the brothers made such faces that Hazrat Muslim Maud could not suppress his laughter. So the rest of the children were spared because he put his hand on his mouth and ran away laughing because his face was very special. With the fear, the whole face was twisted and this and that. So Hazrat Muslim Maud, even in anger, did not lose the sense of humor. And that is the sense of humor which we have inherited, all our children, all our sisters and brothers. So two things I can say, or no, there will be a very long answer. Prayer which you must say with Jamaat. And this was also impressed upon me as a child by my mother. Because in the morning prayer, it was not possible for Hazrat Muslim Maud to come and watch us, to go to every house and find out who is not praying. But my mother had instructed the Muazzin, who is still alive, he is in Germany. His name is Ata Muhammad. My mother instructed him to wake me up for every prayer in time. If I don't wake up, carry me to the mosque, and under the tape of the mosque, the tape should be opened on my face. And when the water falls on my face, showers like one is in the rain, then I'll wake up. So my sleep was very heavy indeed. I don't remember, I wish I still had that sleep, amazingly heavy sleep. When he used to shake my leg, I used to say, yes, you have awakened my leg, what are you doing, what next do you want? He held my arm and shook me, said, yes, you have awakened my arm, what next do you want? So he touched the other leg, and the same was the answer. Touched the other arm, and the same was the answer. And I said these things in sleep. So he had to have resort to my mother's device. He had to carry me up to the mosque, top of the mosque, where there was, tape water, and open the tape just over my face. And then I got up. And this is how importance of the morning prayer was impressed upon us. So my father also played his role regarding other prayers, but the morning prayer is the special gift from my mother. And Ata Muhammad is still alive and he remembers all this. I'll tell you something about Ata Muhammad again after this. It happened even during winter. The water was very cold. But I am so glad that that water has made me mindful of my morning prayer. It has deeply impressed upon me. The second thing which I wanted to say about Ata Muhammad was that although he was the Muazzin of Masjid Mubarak, and normally Muazzins say takbir when the Imam stands for the prayer, but Hazrat Muslim Maud had prohibited him to say takbir. Someone else used to say takbir. You know why? He said, I feel as if potatoes are caught in your throat. When you speak, Allahu Akbar, whatever, I feel somebody is speaking through the throat in which a potato is caught. I don't know why he said this, but some people do say things takbir. I am also rather sensitive, and I tell the press secretary to find out somebody whose throat is not like potatoes. No reflection upon him. He has still the same voice, but only it was oversensitivity to voices of Hazrat Muslim Maud.